All right, so let's talk about
All right.
the pen.
The mighty pen.
The mighty pen.
All right. The whole idea is if we make a punch or we hit with a hammer fist, our energy of the hit dissipates on a large area. When we use a pen, we're going to concentrate this energy to a much smaller area, therefore concentrating the power, and it uses as a force multiplier.
Right, and so you can use a pen on any end. It doesn't have to be open. You know, it's just
Yeah, I would like the area to be as small as possible, but some tactical pens are tapered so sharp that if I use it, it will penetrate the body, and then it could be considered as a shank.
Right, so you want something that's not too fat, but not too skinny.
Exactly. So that's something that will hurt, but will not penetrate the body.
Right, and so he travels all over the world, and he's never had this one taken away from him. And
right, and the idea
we
is
all should, travel with a pen, and that's something that you can take on the plane, you can take in any country, any city.
Yeah.
And also being as small as I am, like for women, like you said, if we used our hands to protect ourselves or to strike someone, we can easily break our fingers and our whole hand.
That's true. And holding this in an ice pick position, it's hard to get it out of your hand. And since we're using the ice pick position, once we learn the technique using the pen, you can use anything in your hand that will protrude out of your hand, which will have a hard and pointy surface. It can be a piece of steak, a bottle, a knife, if you have anything, but the same techniques will always apply. And even if you'll decide to go empty-handed because you didn't find anything else, or you're still going to use the same movement and the same techniques.
Right.
It doesn't change.
Well, when you're traveling or working, it's great to just have a pen on you.
Exactly.
Easy access.
Exactly.
Right there.
If you have a business attire, it's in your pocket. It can be, since it has a clip, it can be in your jeans if you don't have
anywhere.
you always
So make
easy
sure
access.
it's right there.
If you're wearing a t-shirt, it can be in the t-shirt. Even in a tank top, if you're
perfect. That should be the first thing
true.
you should have on you. Or
right. Again, a knife will be a much
but you can't
a much better option in
on
a sense.
Airplane.
But it is a lethal weapon, and you can't take it on a plane. And in some countries like Britain, Germany, you'll get into trouble. So
they don't even allow like 2 inches, like in New York or whatever. Nothing. Right, in Europe?
In Britain, the minute it has a lock, it's illegal.
Oh.
You can use a slip joint knife, but using reverse grip on a slip joint knife, not a good idea. It can, you cannot stab with it. It's dangerous. You can use it for cutting, but that's about it. In Germany, again, one hand opening knife, not legal. You can have a lock, but as long as it's not a one-hand opening. So
so you got to know all the rules.
There are different rules, different countries.
Going to take a knife overseas in your check luggage.
Exactly,
So
and then you'll have to do your homework and see what the knife laws in that countries are.
Right.
Most countries you'll be fine, but instead, for instance, in Israel, carrying a folder that has a lock, it's illegal. You'll get into trouble if a police officer sees you or frisk you.
Okay. So a pen is super safe anywhere,
anytime.
Any city, any state, any country. Perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the first thing you should have.
Yes.
Is a good tactical pen.
That's a tactical pen. The difference between a regular pen and a tactical pen is tactical pens are usually made out of aluminum or
so this
titanium.
one, what is this made out of?
This is aviation grade aluminum.
Yeah, this is pretty
It's very sturdy.
Sturdy. I'm surprised you've never had this taken away.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just a pen.
Right. It's a nice fancy business pen.
It's a nice
right.
fancy business pen,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just sturdier.
perfect,
It will
yeah.
not break. Regular pens made out of plastic or just a
That
metal,
can snap.
they
right?
can snap or break. This one,
But it's
you
also
can,
thinner.
it's a bit thinner. This one cannot break. You can hit all day long
Right.
with it. It will not break. It will not bend. And
And again, you don't have to have it open with it. You know, the
Yeah,
point is
and
just
again-
the end.
yeah, it's just the
Just the
end.
back
You
of
want to write with it. It writes very well
Mm-hmm.
with a tip here.
Right. But when you pull it out to protect yourself, it obviously isn't going to be open. You just
Yeah,
pull it
you
out
have
with
the
the cap on.
it, exactly, and the cap screws on it quite securely. All right?
Right.
So the first thing is, what I teach is when you take out the pen, you can change the grip, but the first is just to keep the